things may be actually happening. had been having contractions like kind of starting yesterday, about every 20 minutes apart, and they were kind of to where I would have to like relax through them, but I could still talk and everything, and they were like 20 minutes apart, and they continued all night. I was able to sleep through them, and then whenever I woke up, they were still coming. And then they were kind of just all over the place today. Like they were lasting between a minute and like 3 minutes long, and coming between some of them were, I think they were just kind of piling on top of each other, which is why they were like 3 minutes. But then they would go another 20 minutes without having one, and then I would have like 2 or 3. And so I texted my midwife and asked her what she thought I should do, and she suggested the mile circuit. So Cody and I did that, and like not even 5 minutes in, maybe like 2 or 3 minutes into the third exercise, like they were coming like every 3 or 4 minutes, which was awesome. And so the intensity has picked up and has been pretty consistent, and they've been coming at least every like 5 to 7 minutes. And I am going to try and keep myself busy. While I'm standing up and moving around, I can still manage them. But if I'm like sitting still, I am having to vocalize through them. So the midwife's assistant is coming right now. Actually, I think my midwife is coming too. My midwife assistant, she lives a lot closer than the midwife. And so she was going to come just to check and make sure everything's okay. I'm going to straighten my hair. Maybe throw on a little makeup so I feel like a human. And it can keep me distracted through these until Cody gets back at least. How cool would it be for baby to come on his due date? What? I mean, we've already passed all of the early predictions. Next time I am pregnant, nobody, please, nobody no, it doesn't matter how low the baby looks or how big I look, please do not suggest that the baby will be coming early, because that's garbage. Because this baby has sat in my pelvis the whole time, and everybody thought he was going to come super early and just did not. So, here comes a contraction. It's still going, but oh gosh, well, I thought I was past the peak of it. Holy moly. Okay, well, that one was pretty good. Just try and keep busy through these and wait for Cody to get back, and then maybe we will have another update. Maybe the midwife will be here. I don't really know at this point. These contractions the intensity feels as intense as some of the first contractions I had after my water had been broken last time. Which, I mean, if you've had a baby and you've had contractions before and after your water has broken, you know that it's totally different. So, who knows? We'll see. I feel totally fine in between these contractions. And so I'm still kind of in denial because I've been at this for 4 days. And so, kind of in denial that anything's happening until I have a contraction. Then I'm like, oh, shoot, this is really happening. But we've got my birth space all set up in there. I don't know if you can see. Our little birth space is all ready. And so I'm getting excited to meet Mr. Rip. So excited.
It's Legacy, the natural birth queen, doing this voiceover. My midwife arrived at 7:36 p.m. and shortly after 8, she checked me and I was already 6 centimeters. Cody and I were super surprised because I still didn't feel like I was really in labor. The next hour, we just navigated my contractions. They were coming about every 3 to 4 minutes and were lasting 50 to 60 seconds. Baby was so low that it was difficult to find his heart rate in the position that I was best handling my contractions, on my ball leaning over the edge of the bed with Cody applying counter pressure. I offered to move to the bed during the heart rate checks, and that seemed to work better. I could handle a few contractions like this as long as Cody was squeezing my foot and I had the heat pad on my back. By 9:07 p.m., things started feeling a little more real, so the midwife's assistant started filling the birth pool. A hot water heater couldn't keep up, so they had to boil pots of water and dump those in the pool while the water heater caught up. By 10 p.m., contractions were coming every 2 minutes and were getting pretty intense, so I decided to try and get in the pool. Before I got in, I went pee and the midwife checked me. I was 8 centimeters and 85% effaced. About 2 contractions later, I made it into the pool. During my first contraction in the pool, I felt my water break. As soon as I felt my water break, I felt myself go complete, and my body started bearing down. It was such a crazy and intense feeling when that happened. I was on my knees leaning over the side of the pool. It felt too intense in that position, like my body was taking over, and I wasn't in control, so I changed positions. Legacy, the natural birth queen. Did you guys like this video? I thought that Sarah was giving lots of fun vibes, very playful, especially when she was in the beginning straightening her hair, and I'm really happy that she had a nice straightforward birth, as well as she does have a YouTube channel and an Instagram. I have put them in the description down below. There's many different ways that comfort can provide pain relief, and it's almost like when you go into the water. That is a great example of comfort that provides pain relief. But there are other ones as simple as touch and massage. For her, that was something that was really big. Like, she wanted her husband to keep kneading her foot or holding her hand, and those all provided comfort that led to pain relief for her. It doesn't have to be the technical counter pressure. It can be the simplest things like caressing a cheek, holding hands, touching of the arms and the thighs. Those can all provide comfort that leads to pain relief. When her husband was touching her hands or kneading her foot, it actually sends a message to the brain that I'm receiving pleasure. And when the brain feels like it's receiving pleasure, it can block the receptors that send out pain. It can be different for so many types of women. Some women do not like to be touched at all. So it's great to, dive in and figure out what things that work best for you. A natural birth tip that I do have, if you do like touch and massage, bare skin definitely helps receive the signals best. On Legacy Birth, we share educational birth videos to empower women. So that means through every vlog that you watch, every birth video that you watch, you receive something educational so that you can make informed decisions. And I just want to thank so many of you guys for clicking the subscribe button. We have so many new subscribers and we are getting closer and closer to our goal of 21K in 2021, so that is absolutely amazing. If you are new to this channel, I want you to click that red juicy button down below. It says subscribe. It says subscribe. If you haven't seen one of these births yet, they are definitely worth watching. Some amazing and beautiful births, and I will see you guys over there.